What is the deal, YouTube? What is the deal, YouTube? Hard hitting sports, cooler than the other side of the pillow. Hard hitting sports, in your face. Um, Really quick video. I actually planned on making this video yesterday, but I didn't get around to it. If you have not been keeping up with the news, Jay Ajayi, running back of the Miami Dolphins, uh, did suffer a concussion following a hit from TJ McDonald in training camp. People all over. Start with big news out of Dolphins game, where last year's waiver wire picked up the first name was his son, Jay Ajayi. All right, so people all over the internet have been chiming in about this situation, about Jay Ajayi. Now, a lot of these people are the same people that didn't think we had a running game last year either. Just by the way, I just thought that shit was kind of funny. But here's an article on Bleacher Report as Jay Ajayi sits out of Dolphins practice with a concussion. He's expected to miss 1 week. Um, and if you remember me in the Facebook group, I did say I felt like he was an absolute catalyst of how his season went last year. He was an absolute catalyst for the turnaround of a 1-4 football team. I felt like he was a guy that gave us that balance, that put 8 in the box and allowed some of those one-on-ones. The play action from Jay Ajayi last year was pivotal to just suckering some of those safeties down in the box, giving guys like Kenny Stills one-on-ones. Um, so going into the 2017 season, I thought that he would, and we've heard that from several people that he'll definitely be heavily featured in this Dolphin offense. Now, if you look at the depth chart, you sit back and you start looking at the depth chart for the Dolphins. Um, there isn't a lot behind Jay Ajayi as it comes to proven talent. You have Kenyon Drake, the running back from Alabama, who showed some flashes last year, but he's not a proven workhorse running back. You have Damian Williams, who's tough. Um, I've even heard that it was a possibility if he didn't sign back to the Dolphins, he would end up being a Patriot. But again, not a proven workhorse running back. And then there's a whole litany of other unproven talent running backs like Storm Johnson. You got the kid that we picked up in free agency. There's a couple. There's a couple guys there, but nobody has been proven, at least not to do what we saw Jay Ajayi did last year. But the thing is I think what a lot of people are missing is that nobody could have predicted that Jay Ajayi was going to do what he did last year. You know what I mean? So when people ask me the question, I actually got asked this by a Falcon fan at work today, because of course, I mean, shit, it's out there that he did suffer this concussion. I got asked by a Falcon fan. He was like, "What would happen if you guys have to miss weeks without Jay Ajayi?" And my answer was, "What happened when we didn't have Lamar Miller? Somebody's gonna have to step up. Is it Kenyon Drake? Is it Damian Williams? Is it some guy that we don't know?" But see, the way I look at this Dolphin offense, and the way you should be looking at this Dolphin offense, is I feel like with the weapons that we have outside right now, I feel like Devontae Parker is set for a breakout season. I feel like this is his year. This is the year where Devontae Parker truly shows us that he's ready to be AJ Green #2. This is the year that Kenny Stills shows us that consistency. He takes it to the next level. He continues to grow. And of course, reliable Jarvis Landry, he's going to get his catches. He's going to catch 90 to 100 balls. It's been like that since his entire career. And now and then you add Thomas into that mix as well. And you have an offense that's very, very explosive that teams are going to have to deal with. So even if we don't have a healthy Jay Ajayi going into this season, which I cross my fingers that doesn't happen, I feel like this offense that we have right now, the weapons we have right now, are the best weapons that I've seen on this team in a while. So even if we don't have Jay Ajayi, even if he's not out there, which again, I cross my fingers that doesn't happen, because of course he does things to make those other things easier. Him running the ball and pounding it down people's throats, giving us that balance. And let me also dispel this real quick. I don't give a shit if Jay Ajayi gets 100 yards. Some people do. Some people, he didn't get 100. I don't give a fuck if he gets 100 yards or not. As long as he is running the ball and we're showing some balance. If Jay Ajayi gets 23 carries and only has 78 yards, but it's bringing teams up into the box, they're sticking 8 in the box to stop him, our play action is effective, and he's running the ball, I'm okay with that. If he's got 10 carries in a game, I am pissed. Because 9 times out of 10, if Jay Ajayi has 10 carries in a game, we're down. I don't care about the yards. I don't give a fuck about yards. I don't care. As long as he's showing some. Now, of course, if he's breaking out 150 yards a game, I'll be happy with that. But that's not the end-all, be-all for a running back. 25 carries, 70 yards is okay with me. I'm all right with that. Because I have to look at the circumstances. Is it 25 carries with 8 sitting in the box, and we're able to do play action, suck that safety up and go up over the top? I'm okay with that. If your goal is to stop my running game, but it allows me to get one-on-one with those big boys, I'm all right with that. You can pick your poison. I'm cool with that. But I do want him to get those carries. I want 20-plus carries out of him every single game. And then 5-10 to somebody else. Something like that. Every single game. The games where we looked the worst at last year, especially in the beginning of the season, we didn't have balance. Our quarterback is better when we give him some balance. Point blank, period. That was one of the things that fucking frustrated me with Philbin. Is this man would abandon the run game. Let's run the ball. We don't have a quarterback like that just yet. We don't have one of those top guys where it doesn't matter if you have balance. Patriots don't give a shit about balance. They can back up and sling it 45 times. They don't give a shit. And a lot of those little short passes that they throw, that's like a fucking extended handoff to Edelman, to James White. They can do it like that because they got that guy. Our guy still, he's okay. He's still coming along, though. You know what I mean? Packers don't need fucking balance. Fuck they need balance for? They would love to have it, but look who they got back there. They can stick a fucking wide receiver in the backfield and still kill you. Because Aaron Rodgers is going to light you the fuck up. We don't have that guy yet. We're still working on it. So, we need balance on this team. And somebody's going to have to step up. That's all, you know. And it helps significantly if this O-line can get it together. If you got a great O-line, like Dallas has, you can pretty much, I mean, think about it like this. Dallas Cowboys have had, in the past few years, they've had 3,000-yard rushers come out of that backfield. They had Darren McFadden, they had Ezekiel Elliott, and they had the guy who went to Tennessee Titans. I forgot his name. They've had 3,000-yard rushers come out of that backfield. You know what I mean? So and that's the reason why I'm like, I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I thought their draft was stupid as shit. When they drafted Ezekiel Elliott in the first round, when they could have got Jalen Ramsey, I thought that was a dumbass draft. Because I felt like they could have put anybody back there. Case in point, Jordan Howard, the running back from the Bears. Look at his season and compare it to the fucking Ezekiel Elliott season. Look at Jordan Howard's season from last year. Now compare Jordan Howard's season from last year to Ezekiel Elliott's season. And look what he was running behind. Look at the quarterback carousel they had. You telling me he wouldn't have done better if he was a Cowboy? Of course he would have. He was a late round draft pick. That's what I'm saying. You can find a running back any fucking way. Anywhere. You can find a running back 3rd, 4th, 5th round. It doesn't matter. I just don't think you pass on a fucking lockdown cornerback like Ramsey. And look how they lost in the playoffs. In the secondary. Crazy. Anyway, man, I got a long day ahead of me tomorrow. Got a long weekend coming up. Of course, that first preseason game is tomorrow. Dolphins' first game is versus the Falcons in Miami. Anyway, man, make sure that you follow me on Twitter. The Twitter handle is @Casuwell, @KASUWELL. The link for my Facebook will be down in the description. So make sure you add me on Facebook as well. And I will talk to you guys next time. Hard-hitting sports in your face. Cooler than the other side of the pillow. All right, Miami. Oh, you know what? Hey, somebody asked me, why do I always... Well, I can go over that in another video. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.